Boosh. Hello there. Hello guys. My name's Calamity Joe. Welcome back to another video. YouTube, the stream didn't start quick enough. Hello guys. My name's Calamity Joe. Welcome back to a new YouTube live stream. Just gonna put the stream in my Discord server and say that I'm live. The stream has started and I'm here. Hello A-Hill. Welcome to the stream. I apologise guys that there was no stream yesterday. I apologise everybody that there was no stream yesterday. I was slightly busy. Hello Giannis Matascu, welcome to the stream. You were live in the and I'm the first one here. Yeah, you are the first. You were the first one here. You were the first one here you were on the stream within 20 seconds, which fair play. Just a word of warning guys, I am feeling a bit ill today. Hello David, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream everybody. Word of warning guys, I don't know how long this stream's going to be. I feel like I've ate something dodgy yesterday. I feel like I ate something dodgy yesterday because I'm feeling a little bit ill. I don't even know what it means. So the first time somebody commented that A-Hill, I thought they were talking about their height. I thought they said they were 6'7". My lord, I'm writing that in my book at the moment. This book that I'm working on. These two characters, even though they're absolute enemies, they have respect for each other. So they do actually call each other Lord. My lord Jahannabash, my lord Remithian. I hope you get well soon. Bye, Joe. Goodbye, here. Thank you. That's really kind of you. Thank you for joining the live stream, and I'll see you all in the next one. Oh, by the way, sorry. I thought you were just saying bye then. By the way, thank you, A-Hill. That's really kind of you. I don't know, guys. I had my uni graduation yesterday. Which, honestly, I've got some stories for you guys. I got a story for you. Two people in my class didn't show up. Two people in my class did not show up to the uni graduation. No, I totally getting out of hand because I'm not as good at typing. That's alright. I'm not good at typing. Literally, I type with one hand. I can't type with two hands. If I'm trying to type with two hands, I press the same. I press the wrong buttons because my one hand's trying to press the button that my other hand's on. Typos are a normal thing. I literally, guys, I type with one hand. I'm faster typing with one hand than two hands. I do about 50 a minute. But sometimes there's 21 people watching, blimey. I didn't realise that there was 21 people watching, which is just mental. So, welcome to everybody. We are going to be doing a little bit of mob spawning today. So, yesterday I'm sorry, I mean Friday. No, yesterday was Friday. I mean Thursday. Here we go. On Thursday, when I streamed on Thursday, we found a spider spawner. And it's not that far from here. We're going to go there now. Hello, Marlo. Welcome back. Welcome. Let me just look at the live chat, guys, just to make sure that I can see all of you guys' comments. Here we go. A spider spawned. Yeah, I found a spider. I knew that I've known for years that there was a spawner here, but I couldn't find it. I knew for years that there was a spawner here. But I didn't know what type of spawner it was. But I inadvertently came across it when I building this. When I building this tunnel a few months ago, I come across it. So I've dug the cave out. And we've now turned it into a little machine. It now works perfectly. And also, doing this though is a way of... It's a way, because the XP, most of the XP comes to us. I'm getting my Legacy Edition disc back in January, hopefully. Cool. I found PS4 Legacy Edition and Wii U Legacy Edition in a shop yesterday. I went into a second-hand shop and I bought a couple of films. I bought... there's a second-hand shop in the UK called CAX, and I went in there yesterday just to... well, I went in there to see if they had the new Superman movie, because sometimes they have new movies that have just came out, because some people buy them, don't like them, so they go... sell them straight away. Some people buy them to watch and then sell them straight away. So but I couldn't find it. So I've ordered it on DVD to watch. We get a lot of spiders from here, guys. Like, we got a lot of XP levels. I even died yesterday on Friday. Yes, so sorry guys that there wasn't a stream yesterday. It was because I was doing my uni graduation, which I've got a funny story for you guys. 2 people in my class just didn't show up at all. 2 people in my class were talking about how they had to be, how they booked tickets and all that, to be there, to graduate. And literally, they didn't, I gotta go by. Goodbye, Ahill. Have a good rest of your day. But yeah, 2 of the people in my class, guys, just never showed up. Imagine not turning up to your uni graduation. I need to eat breakfast. You need to eat breakfast. Blimey. I forget you're like 8 hours ahead behind, aren't you? I gotta be honest, guys. I didn't get up till 2 PM. I've only been up for like an hour and a half. But whilst we're fighting here, like, the XP level does actually float to us. Hello, British accents. Yes, this is a British accent. Remember me? I do remember you, yes. Welcome to the stream, Yusuf. Welcome back. I do remember you. I'm very good at remembering people. I always have been, guys. I always have been very good at remembering people. So, yeah, welcome back. There. He didn't drop anything that time, which was surprising. Is that a furry here? I haven't... Yeah, Dusty Shadowman, I think you need to be a bit more respectful of other people. Not just because their profile picture could be like that. There's no way to... There's no way for you to basically turn around and say, is there a furry there? Because a profile picture... Yeah, but just... You've got to take what people say in the comments section, though, Dusty Shadowman, as, you know, a grain of salt. Because not everything everyone says on YouTube is 100% real. Not everything everyone says on YouTube is a... No, he's not talking about me. He's talking about a person that watches the streams that says they're a half wolf person, but I don't think Dusty realizes that not every comment. I'm from Kurdistan. Cool. Welcome. I want that XP levels, guys, but I just... There's not a way for the XP levels to... Is there a way? That actually looks cool. Have I got any more of that shit left? Why are they floating out? They shouldn't be floating out. Yeah. That's what we're just trying to work out at the moment. We're trying to work out a way that we can get... I think we need to cover this bit. This is what we need to do. We need to cover this bit. I'm just trying to work out a way where we make it easier to kill some of these ones. Yeah, we don't have mud, but... We don't have mud, but we can... There's other blocks that we can use. Normally, somebody suggested the other day about carpet. But carpet wouldn't work in this version either, because carpet wouldn't work because water would literally just wash the carpet away. So, soul sand, yeah, that wouldn't work on here either because soul sand doesn't work. When did you make this world? I made this world in 2000. I made this world in 2016. I made this world in 2016, so I've had this world for 9 years. It'll be 10 next August. So it's pitch black night time. So, for a context, guys, I've had this. As a context, I've had this. Oh, yeah. No, maybe. It would stop the water from coming out. Not sure about that though. By doing this though, it might. I'm back, guys. I'm back. Sorry. Yes, I know you can't hear me. My mum walked in. Yes, my mum walked in. How did he do that? Bro was at 1,289. I haven't been at 1,289 since like 2022. I haven't been there since like 2022, I think. So let's just quickly go this way. Do this. Here we go. Hold on a second. Here we go. Perfect. Sorry, guys. Sorry, my mum walked in. I have hit 7,300. I saw that when I went to OBS. Have I watched How to Train Your Dragon? I have not. I have not. Thank you for subscribing, guys. Thank you for the donation, David. Thank you for the donation. Sorry, I saw it pop up, but I was muted for a reason. I was muted for a reason, guys, because my mum saw a job opportunity pop up, so she came up and showed me it. She saw a job opportunity. Well, a job on a job website. So here we go. That's not what I want to do. Just trying to find a way. Just trying to find a way that we can do this. So there we go. Thank you to the people that hit 300. Do you think I will hit it? What? Of course you'll hit it. With this, it means the X... Doing this is a bit bizarre, guys. I know it's a bit bizarre. But we pick up all the stuff, but the XP levels... We get the XP levels too. Because the XP levels float in. Make it a drop trap. That's one way of doing it. Doing this though means they just can't get out. Oh. What? Why are we hitting this? Why are we... I don't get that. Why are we dying? I'm gonna go live. Bye. Have a great day, Joe. You have a great day. Going great too. Ghost for. You have a good day too. That's the one way of doing it. I'll be lurking by a drop. That's alright. Bye all of you chat. Have a good day, goes for it. Have a good day. Thank you to the people who subscribe, by the way. As it stands, we are aiming to hit 7,500 by the end of the month. And we are literally there. We're literally, subs and lights. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Aquos Play 13. So, because of all that we just picked up, well, we can take all that crap. I've got 40 spider eyes to put in here, and a load of string. So we've done incredibly well on this regard. Now our spiders can't get out. Hey, because we've got that, does that mean they... Oh. Can they not get through? I want to know. If they can't get through because they can't get over the fence... If they can't get in, you know, we can do this. Plus, we get the XP level now, so we get the XP levels as well now. But now we're letting in a lot of light, a lot of lights going in here. I played Uber and this happens to translate your English into different countries all in one. Thank you. Cool. YouTube's sort of trying to look at that. YouTube's trying to do that at the moment. Here's another one. That is good, guys. That's working really well. I've already got another 6 string and another 4 spider eyes. Yeah, they can't get through. That's genius. And it means that we constantly get the XP unless it gets stuck there, but... I mean, yeah. There we go. Here's another like. Oh, thank you. Right, guys, we're 198. We are 198 subscribers off hitting 7,500, which is the goal that we have been aiming to hit for much of this year. There's a spider I trapped there, so I picked one up. Shit, that's not what I wanted to do. But the arrow and the bone we can take, because obviously they're very rare. So, that's what we're aiming to do, guys. We're aiming to hit We're aiming to hit 5,000, 7,500. And we are 98 away as it stands. But doing this, our XP levels... Shit, the bed! I didn't expect my hearts to go down like that. How did that zombie not notice me? I need to go get me stuff back, and we probably lost all those XP levels. But you know, the XP levels there are not what we were intently after. Hello, I'm Nixura. Welcome back. I'm really good. How are you? I'm good, thanks. That's good to hear. We're currently going back to my mob spawner. We found a spider spawner opposite here. We found a spider spawner here. I'm just going back to pick up my stuff. I inadvertently died, so I lost much of my XP levels. So, some of the stuff landed in here. Spiders can't get out of here. Basically, if we wait here... Hello, the Jokesister. You got a new record player. Cool. I need to get a new DVD player soon enough. Personally, that's what I need to do. I need to buy a new DVD player because my DVD player went wrong. So, let's get that string out of the way. Look at this, guys. I've changed the mob spawner to this. It means that we now pick up more of the XP. I've got a full diamond on my PSV award. Only a day later, the save got corrupted. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that. It's always bad when that happens. We just hit 7,300, everybody. Which is incredible because we're here. We're there. Now the aim is to hit 7,500. The aim is to hit 7,500 by the end of the month. We got exactly 15 days to go. Yeah. Oh God. Guys, I was aiming to hit. I'm aiming to hit 40,000 views this month. You guys are mental. You guys are absolutely mental. We've got 34,000 in old Minecraft. What? This is old Minecraft, yeah. So remember me by my name. That's alright. I remember people by their names, not their profile pictures. Right. And it's working, guys. The machine is This machine is now working perfectly. The more and more spiders are building up. So, yeah, and the XP is getting stuck in that. There we go. I'm sure you will hit 8k. I want to hit 8k by my birthday. It's my birthday at the end of next month. I can't get that bit of XP there. Mine's in March. Cool. So, I picked up a couple more. We've picked up another 30 since then. My birthday was in September. Cool. Yeah, mine's next month. I'm getting old, guys. I'm getting old. We're doing really well with this. So if I just turn around and stay here for a minute, we could let the machine build up. If I stand here for a minute, if we stand here for a minute, this machine will just build up. This machine will build up. We can let this machine build up for a few minutes, and oh, I'm going to go to a new stream. Have a good day. I'm Nixer. Thank you for watching the stream, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. We can let these spiders build up. The XP levels we should get from this will be really good. We had 20 just now before I died. Oh, sorry, I just burped. I've got a bit of a. I've had a bit of a rough. Got a bit of a rough stomach. Seven. I didn't pick up any string though. But the fact that we've only had this for like 4 Minecraft days and we've now got that much XP from it. This spider spawner has been so useful. Having a creeper farm would be lovely, but yeah, having a creeper farm would be absolutely lovely, but so here we go, guys. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got almost, at the moment, we've got almost 7. We've got almost 7 stacks. Wait. Oh, unless I'm missing something from the comment section. More, bring me those XP levels. Fantastic. 5 more. Those 9 string will go in there. Hello Dylan Harrison, welcome to the stream. Hello Yusuf Ali, welcome back. Do I kidnap Minecraft villagers? No. Normally I take a zombie villager. I don't have a village on this Minecraft world. So all the villagers that we have on this world come from zombies. A village never spawned in. Well, we have a village, as in we have 2 buildings. That's it. I don't have a village on this world at all. How old am I? Have a guess. Have a guess. Everyone that asks me that question, I make them guess. Everyone that has asked me that question, I've made them guess because it leads to some quite funny. Yeah, I'm not 14. I'm not 14. Hello Luna, but on YouTube I'm back. Yeah, I'm not 14. I haven't been 14 in a long time. I am older than 14, guys. I'm a lot older than 14. Yeah, I'm a lot older than 17. I'm a lot older than 17. I'm younger than, but I am younger than 29. But I am a little younger than 29. I'm not 19. Haven't been. I was not. We're getting closer. I'm lower than 25, but we are getting a lot closer. We're doing quite well with getting the XP levels here. Lovely. Yes, I will be. Well, I'm 22. I'll be 23 next month. So yes, technically 22 at the moment. I'm technically 22 at the moment. I'll be 23 next month. Yeah. Do I actually sound 14? That's how much should I miss? I don't know. You sound 13. Do I? I don't know. I have some people that think I sound older. Well, I have people that think I look older as well. I sounded 20 at 14. 20 at 14. My voice was hella deep. Yeah, I don't really have a deep voice. I've just got a very. I don't have a deep voice. I just got a very thick accent. Has the stream just started? It started around 20 minutes ago, I think. 20 minutes ago? Oh, 30 minutes ago. Sorry. Ooh. Bro, is secretly 43. I'm not 43. I wasn't born in 82. I was born in 2002. A few hours at the shops. He's in my Discord server, Red Lord. Joke 60's in there. What? He was in there. Like, we are doing so well here. Like, I'm glad that this is. I'm glad that our you're in the Discord too. You are welcome. I do. $25. I said my friend said I sent 50. The oldest that I've had Dylan Harrison is 50. Oh, sorry, 35. Oh, I thought you said 25. I misread what you said. I miscalculated then. But yeah, it tends to be people that. Are you really tall or something like that? Are you really tall, Dylan Harrison? It could be like that. Because some people that sound deeper tend to be tall. 5'4". Well, actually, there is people that are. Well, that's normal. It tends to be. It's not always the case. It's not always the case, but it tends to be if you're taller, your voice is deeper. But then I have met a few people that are the upset. Oh, that are the exception. String. I'm gonna have to move that. I'm gonna have to move that string because we're gonna get more spider eyes in a second. Like a corpse. That's strange. You're on a 6. Wow, yes, you are on the 6 stream streak because there was no stream yesterday. There was no stream yesterday. How's it been? Hello, Chico. Welcome to the stream. We're just sat here, we're just XP farming. I'm literally just XP grinding. I've known for years that this mob spawner was here, but I didn't know where exactly it was. But I inadvertently came across it a while back, making a tunnel to my minigame area. So I've made it so that you can get here. When I made this tunnel, the other day I took the ice out of here, and yeah, you have got dedication. I've taken the ice out here, and it now means that we can come here and basically get string and limited spider eyes. But it also the XP doing this means we also get the XP. That's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. How did I die then? I had like a full health, didn't I? How are you, Red Lord, by the way? How are you, Red Lord? Because I saw you in the stream. I haven't seen you on the streams in a little while. Spider built different. He's definitely built by something. Thank you to the people who subscribed, by the way. As it stands, guys, I am aiming to hit, making a lot of content and thumbnails right now. Yeah, I need to make some more content. I need to make some of my Christmas content, but I've held off doing it, so I have to do that. I might have to do some tonight, make some of my Christmas style content, because I need to do another 20 odd videos. Right, let's pick this up. The 8 string will go in there. And the 2 spider eyes. You're making a Christmas skit? Cool. Yeah, I shoot something called Mindless at Christmas time. I've done it for years. And that's 25 videos in 25 days, so yeah. Well, I think that's probably 30 or 40 streams, probably. I don't know what the longest stream streak is. I don't actually know. I have no idea who holds the record, but we've had people that watch lots of streams. Like the Jokes XD, who's in the stream right now. He's watched a lot of streams as well. I guarantee he must have watched about... I guarantee he's probably watched 100 since he subscribed, which is just crazy. But I like that you guys are enjoying these streams. I like that you guys are enjoying them. Six is better than none, that's true. Thank you. So, you probably have, the jokes that Stu, you probably have watched a load of streams. Guys, let's see if we can aim to hit 7,310 by the end of the stream, eh? Let's see if we can hit... I want to see... How am I meant to compete with these fists? You're not meant to compete. You don't have to compete. It's not a challenge. It's a stream. Everyone is free to watch at their own pace. You don't have to compete. Why would you compete for a YouTube stream? If you get what I mean. Lovely. Look at the let's just quickly let's get rid of some stuff. All I've got is spider. I'm just gonna hunt the spiders. I decorated this place the other day. You don't need to compete. It's straight. It's a YouTube stream. I was about to say. What about armadillos but you're on Legacy? Yeah, I voted for armadillos as well. I did actually vote for those. Armadillos, I did actually vote for. I voted for armadillos. Hey, just because I liked the concept. Oh god, I liked the concept of armadillos. Joe sneezed a demon out of him. Don't tell God bless you that. If you don't get the reference, guys, God bless you's a guy in my Discord server, in my friend's Discord server, who is. Yeah, generally that's just a normal sneeze for me. That's just a normal sneeze. That is just a normal sneeze. Hab. Yeah, God bless you we call him. We call him God bless you on Decepted server. Literally, he told me that because I'm fat I should go to church because God made fat look disgusting so people wouldn't be fat and they'd go to church. So apparently to become less fat I gotta go to church. And then he turned around and started telling Decepted random stuff. I booted him out of my Discord server, but Decepted's re-added him. But the reason I booted him out is he told how does that make sense? So I'm 210 pounds and 5'9", so I'm a little bit overweight. And let's just say that going to church won't help you guys. Going to church won't help you. Going to church won't help you lose weight. Which that just doesn't make sense. I'm not religious. I'm not religious either, but going to church won't help someone lose weight. I gotta go get a drink and do something real quick. That's all right. Yeah. Yeah. But literally, like going to... Wait, is so the UK flag banned in the UK? No, the UK flag is not banned in the UK, but the UK flag is not banned in the UK. That is... Where did you see that on like an American news site? Because I know you're from America. No, it's not that they hate. It's not. Yeah, it's not really. Yeah, it's not that they hate it. People are getting pissed off because British people were getting arrested for complaining about immigration. So instead, about being patriotic, British people were getting arrested for being patriotic. So they started going around putting flags up and painting flags everywhere, because you can arrest a British person for speaking. You couldn't arrest someone for painting an English flag. So that's why the English flag has gone up everywhere. That's why the English flag's gone up, because they arrested people for perceived racism for complaining about immigration. So what happened was the UK's going under some shit. It's not, though. America's much worse. America's much worse, but the American media won't report it. The UK media will report what's going on. The UK media are reporting what's going on, Red Lord, but the American media are worse. The American media won't report it. Won't report what's going on. Depends which source. Depends which source, yes, but both of your sources, all American media is very biased. So if you love CNN, you absolutely praised the Biden administration. If you're from Fox News, you praise. If you watch Fox News, they praise the Trump administration. The British media are centre. Basically, the British media are centre. The British media are all down the centre. So the British media have to tell it from an unbiased point of view. They have to tell you it how it is, not how it could be. They've got to tell you how it is. Where the American media can tell you their opinions. They can put their opinion on it, where the British media can't. The British media have got to say it, which is why the BBC... That's why the BBC's in trouble. That's why the BBC in the UK is under trouble. Because British news corporations have to tell it how it is. They can't... They've got to tell the news as it is. Could I join? I'm not playing Bedrock, I'm afraid. Immigration, Red Lord. The UK is only 70% English now, because it's only 70% English now because the UK government allowed in. But I'm playing Legacy Console Edition. Oh god, my back. So what I mean, Red Lord, is they brought the UK back in like the early 2000s. They brought in a lot of foreign people into work, and obviously a lot of them were allowed to stay. But the problem is initially the problem was lazy ass English people that basically decided that they didn't want to work anymore. Initially, the problem was a lot of English people become lazy. Initially it was a lot of English people had become certain types of English people had become lazy, and there were jobs that they just wouldn't do. And you know, so the UK basically brought in foreign people who were willing to do the jobs that certain English people weren't willing to do, and it's backfired on them now, because so many people have come in to the point that no one can find work. How much do I love Minecraft? Very much. So the problem is now, you know, obviously the people that came in initially and worked, a lot of them have had families over here that's obviously, even though they've moved back, they can still claim benefits in the UK system because they've had children over here now. That's the problem. So the UK is paying money to people that have moved back to their own country, but obviously the problem is as well for the UK is that the amount of people that have come in illegally on dinghies and boats across the English Channel. But initially it started because there were people in the UK that weren't willing to do the work that was needed. Like, there was a clip of an Englishman a few years ago. He'd been on universal credit for 15 years and he refused to go to work. He refused to find a job. Like, I know someone like that. I know someone that would rather sit on benefits than actually do something with their life. I generally know someone like that, and I'm like, how can you sit there and just be satisfied just sitting there? Yeah. Well, it's not just that, Red Lord. It's from everywhere. It's from absolutely everywhere. It's from Eastern Europe, India, Asia, Middle East, Caribbean. It's basically everywhere, which is not the problem. So the UK is very much diverse. But the problem with being too diverse is eventually you've got cultures that will never interline. Which is why the police are scared. It actually came out that the police are scared to arrest certain people because of the reputation that they get from certain types of people. There's allegations at the moment that the police. I didn't think you were going to stream today. Well, I didn't stream yesterday because I had my uni graduation. But there's a funny story about that, guys. There's a funny story about that. How did it go? It went well, actually. It went well. Well, I've got a really funny story about that. 2 people in my class were putting on our student Instagram group chat for weeks that they bought their tickets. They had to make sure they were there. They booked their tickets. They were going to go. Never showed up. The 2 of them. Like, I cannot believe that they didn't show up. And I'm like, well, like, I just didn't show up. A girl who was on the year below me, the course year below me, she was on so the 2 people weren't on the register to be there. After saying that they'd all signed up and that they'd signed up and things like that, which that means they've done none of their graduations. They haven't turned up, put the robes on to say that they finished uni. One of the proudest days of your life. Literally, a girl who was a year below in the course year below me, she turned up, and this would be her 3rd year. She appeared on the system that she was there, that she'd obviously she'd bought tickets. She bought tickets. That was to register that she was graduating. So I would imagine, would have paid for the robes, would have paid to rent the robes, and that's like 50 quid to rent the uni robes, and then she didn't show up. Yeah, girl who was on the course year below me. How much is uni? How much is it? There's a thing called student loan, which you can get a loan from. You can get a loan. It's a thing called student loan, unless you've got the money to just pay for the course. How's it been? I'm good. Thank you for asking me. That's really kind of you. How are you, Chico? How much is it? So, depends how old you are. What? I think courses are now like £9 grand. Film production. I did film production for 3 years. So I did film production for 3 years. But I did film production for 3 years. Oh, 2 years, and then they cancelled the 3rd year, so I ended up having to go and do a digital media course for a bit for the last year, so I could obtain the degree. Just so I could obtain the degree. So I obtained the degree. But literally, yeah, a person in my class was saying for weeks about how they needed to make sure to buy the tickets, to get the tickets, and they never showed up. So, was it worth it in your opinion? Well, was it worth it in your opinion? Well, if you go to uni, you pick up skills. If you go to uni, you pick up skills. If you go to uni, you pick up skills. So I've got a Bachelor of Science degree, which is very appealing to people. It's a very appealing. A Bachelor of Science degree is a very appealing thing to a It actually my uni lecturer. My uni lecturer last year explained it like this to me. In 6 months' time, we would be more qualified than she was. So my uni lecturer explained this to me. In 6 months' time, we would be more qualified. We would have a higher qualification than she has. So I think uni's worth it, but only if you're willing to put the effort in. Only if you're willing to put the effort in, though. If you get what I mean. Only if you're willing to put. It's only, but you've got to be willing to put the effort in. If you get what I mean. You've got to be willing to put the effort in. But then I was sort of lazy, not like lazy in that, like all the work was always done. If you get what I mean. With me, it was, I might leave it to the last minute, but the work was always done. But it's one of those with like university courses. So like the finish time could not be the finish time. Well, it depends on what course you're doing. So because I did film. Hello, Skate Punk. Welcome to the stream. So what I mean, Egg, because I did film, there was points that I was on set from like 7 in the morning till like 10 at night, which can be a killer. Guys. It can be. I've got a coffee. Cool. I'll be honest, guys. I'm not feeling 100% today. I feel like I ate something dodgy yesterday because my stomach's really small. I love film. Yeah, I was just explaining how university works. Egg in the streams just asked me, was uni worth it? And I said, well, it's worth it, but you got to make sure to put the effort in. So, I've got a story for you guys. Did my uni graduation yesterday because I had to, because my course was ran by my old college, but was affiliated with the uni. It was funded by a uni, so obviously I got two uni graduations. So I was doing my graduation ceremony yesterday, and well, no, I I had a breakfast yesterday. I had like a full English breakfast from a restaurant yesterday. I'll fix that later. Actually, no, we'll fix it now. I don't have the dirt to finish it. So, guys, if you finished a university course, would you graduate it? Put the robes on and graduate it. It's only a tiny bit. If you graduated a course, if you finished a course, guys, you're like the course that you're doing, would you graduate it? Yeah, go to the ceremony. You got your bloody robes on and everything. Do I go up on the stage in front of a ton of people? Well, no, it's not in front of a ton of people. It's front of fellow graduates. It's front of your fellow graduates from all the courses and their guests and your guests and everyone else's guests. But if you're from like if it's like a small uni, it's no different than your stage show. Yeah, but you're not in front of them. But you're not looking at them. You're literally walking up, shaking the guest of honor's hand, and then walking off stage again. You don't even have to look. Like, I didn't even know if I totally forgot everyone was there. I just walked up, shook the guy's hand, and I was more interested in shaking this guy's hands because he studied film and does film related stuff. So I actually paid attention to what this guy was saying. The guest of honor, I actually paid attention to what he was saying because it was he was talking about working as a filming marketer and filming storyteller, and I was like, you're right up you're right up. He aligns exactly with everything that I'm interested in. And then he turns around and then he name drops a huge star that he's shot an advertisement for, and it was like Neymar. I'm like, oh, fucking hell. I'm like, oh, cool. In the speech, I'm like, and I actually paid attention. But you got an ad about university. Cool. What type of university? One of those online ones. I'm tempted though. I was tempted to do a master's, guys. Get a master's degree. I've never watched it, to be honest. Egg, I've not watched it. Yeah, guys. Do you know what's after a master's? I'm only two things away from it. If I was to go and do a master's, I could do a doctorate straight after. I could be a doctor. Didn't be paying attention, but I skipped. Yeah. That's funny, I was talking at university, and then basically my stream gives me an advertisement. It gives someone watching my stream gets an advertisement about university on my stream, which is pretty funny. Literally, guys, we are 194 subscribers away from hitting 7,500. I want to hit it by the end of the month. We're 694 away from hitting 5,000, hitting 8,000. Can we do it? Can we do it? Do it? Do it? That's still not a good thing to do, Egg. That's like because you ended up with like in a top set. Because you ended up in the top set though. Because you ended up in the top set. Imagine how much better you could have done if you hadn't skipped most of those classes. It's one of those as well. I'm not naturally. I'm not smart, guys. Naturally, I'm not academical. Naturally, I'm not academical. So I look back and wish I could have done better. So literally, you guys are probably all better than I am at maths. Yeah, but that said, I'm the opposite. I'm academically, I really have to pay attention to what the teacher's talking about. Like teacher, lecturer, whatever. I always had to pay attention to what they were saying because I'm not academic. I'm not good academically. No, everyone in my class was better than me on the academic side. The theory side of film, the academic side of film with all your essays and your dissertations, I was terrible at. But I was better at the practical side. Just hand me a camera and I'll shoot you a film. That's pretty much. Yeah. Congratulations on hitting 7,300. You made the talent yours. Well, some were born with it. Yeah, there was a guy in my class. I was really annoyed that he got a higher grade than I did because he would hardly show up, and I would say the sun shines out his ass, which is like you know, hard it turns up, but generally really good. Yeah, there was a guy in my class that he would get really high marks, but he would hardly show up for like months on end. Hello, Redstone Obi. Welcome to the stream. But that guy, me and the guy that I said about then, we had arguments all the time because if I had to be above him in like a role, he just would never listen to me. Blimey. But that's the thing though, some people are like that. Some things are like that. Yeah. Oh. But yeah, this one guy, like, he was much better academically than I was. We had this one guy, he was much better academically than I was, but on the camera stuff, he would on the practical side, he'd never turn up for him. In fact, this guy had to go at me because I didn't switch the lens back to the lens that he used this morning. So we were doing a photography class, guys, and basically this guy had his model in and he left. He left for an early lunch, and he didn't tell us he was going. So we thought he'd finished his work, so we switched the we changed all the camera settings and shot somebody else's work. We were doing we all had to do like 5 photographs, 6 photographs, 7 photographs, whatever. And this guy, he fucked off for an early lunch, so we thought he'd finished. So we did everyone else's work, and then we went off for lunch at the correct proper time that we normally were. We were on the timetable. When we come back up later on, he started having a go at us because basically we'd left the light purple. We left the lights on purple. We left the light on purple, guys. We left the light on purple. We left the lights on purple because this one guy's work had a purple light. So we left the guy on purple. We left the light on purple, and then he started moaning at us. The light was left on purple and stuff like that because we were coming straight back to shoot somebody else's work. Literally, so switched the light back, and then he started having a go at us because the camera didn't look the same from this morning. His photos were different. He didn't even write down what lenses he used. So the lens that he used was 35, was a 35mm, a wide lens, and he didn't check the fact that we had an 85 on it, which is a close-up lens. So we left the light on purple. It was because this it was an RGB light. Hello, Annie Werlem. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. But yeah, Egg, we left the light on purple because the guy in my class was having a purple filter on his work. In fact, I got accused of sabotaging this guy's work because I got accused of sabotaging this guy's work. I got accused of sabotaging this guy's work because I didn't change the lens. Yeah. I got accused of sabotaging. I got accused of sabotaging this guy's work because I didn't switch the lens back to the same one. But you should know you should remember what lens you did. You should look at the cam before you pick up a camera. If you're doing photography with someone, you always check what your settings, what the settings are, before you take a photo. But yeah, I have 11 toes. I'm better than you. Yeah, kind of like that. In fact, this guy on the second year, this guy asked me, guys. He said to us in the class. He said to our lecturer with two of us another with me. Just I was sat in the classroom. Did any of us actually shoot anything we liked last year? And I was about to say something like, yeah, I really enjoyed shooting the one with the revolver because we had a fake gun on set. And we were shooting a Western cowboy roulette film, and I really enjoyed shooting that because it was a real fun shoot. And I was about to say that actually I really enjoyed the Western, and then suddenly he goes, "I don't even need your opinion because you're just a spaz." That's rude. You know, that's like derogatory. That's offensive. Like that is genuinely offensive. If you guys know what that means. Did he get a reflection or a detention? Oh yeah, you don't have detentions in university. You don't have detentions in university. You don't have detentions in university and all that. You might get a warning from your campus, but in university you don't get like detentions. Do you not? Not in university, because in university you're like 18. University you're like 18, 20, 18. You're like university. If you're young, you're like 18. If you're young, you're 18. But you can be any age. But yeah, that's derogatory. Like, wow. The reason it never got the reason that never got reported is we couldn't tell whether he said spaz or special. You're just special, which that's still like derogatory. That's basically saying some people's opinions don't matter. That's basically saying people's opinions don't matter because that's basically saying that's basically saying your opinion doesn't matter. Your opinion's invalid because you don't agree with me. Wow. I think this might be a little bit thing as well though. I'm also partially, yeah, partially, I partially think it's because we voted. It's partially because as well. My short film idea won the votes, the class votes. But what this guy in my class didn't know is it was already a predetermined vote because we'd already agreed to shoot mine anyway. But this guy hardly showed up, and then he was a bit miserable that his idea got dropped, I think. But my idea had one actor, one location. My idea had one location, one actor. His had had 6 or 7 different locations, and 6 or 7 different actors needed. And which is why we went cost effective. And we think that was, yeah. Well, I didn't say 6, 7. I said 6 or 7. But 6 or 7 is a very good quote in the UK. Not a very good quote, but 6 or 7 is a quote in the UK for a great number of different scenes. The 6 or 7 has been around for years in the UK. But I'm not saying 6, 7, guys. I was saying 6 or 7 because it's a quote that describes how much a vast number. So compared to my short film had one location. It was literally bedroom, sink, bathroom, kitchen. So lounge, but that was all in one place, where we were looking at multiple scenes in multiple locations. But like I love short films, guys. I love short filming. Hello, Landon Resk. Welcome to him. You're a slacker. But yeah, this one guy in my class. If I had to be above him in like a production, I had to get another person in my class to basically tell him what to do. Because it was always I always had a thing of even though that I was the boss, even though that I was like the boss of like this whatever production, even though I was like the boss of like, I wasn't the boss of the production because I didn't direct it. I was a cinematographer and this guy was underneath me. He was the lighting, but I just couldn't get a word in. If I asked him to move the lights, he basically decided where to move it himself. If I said point it left, he put it right. Basically, it all started on one shoot though. It started on one shoot. I literally asked him, could he read the name of the screen while I was typing something down, and I got her with the comment, do it yourself. And my lecturer asked him, oh, would you say that to me if I did that, if I asked you to do that? And he went, yeah. But yeah, this guy, I struggled to work with him. Yeah. But I was helping direct this, I was basically helping to direct this short film, this little project that we were doing. I was giving the other guy a hand because basically me and him were the only ones that knew how to make a film. So I was helping him with something and we needed this scene. So I asked the other guy, can you just read what that says on the screen a second? What the next shot is? And I got a comment, no, do it yourself. And he went back to listening to music. That was, oh no, that wasn't particularly good. But yeah, it's one of those guys. Things happen. Literally shit happens. In fact, this guy sat there for 3 hours listening to music and then decided as we were packing up, we just packed up the camera, and then he decided that he wanted to do his photos. And he even said to us, I've been telling you all day that I wanted to do my photos, which he hadn't. But you may have ADHD from the stories you said on the stream the other day. That potentially could be ADHD, because people with ADHD struggle in lessons because they can't sit. If you have you might not have it, but ADHD, people with ADHD tend to not pay attention because their mind's in other places. Forcing someone with ADHD to sit down in a classroom for like 6 hours in the same place is very challenging. So they will move around. They will want to move around and they will zone in and out. Ooh. Yeah, impossible to sit still. I didn't mean like walk around, Egg. I meant impossible to sit still. But to be honest, guys, even I find it impossible to sit still. I don't want to sit in the same place. There was a guy in my school year that had it. There was a guy in my school year that had ADHD, and he said to me, a guy in my school year that had ADHD, like, he said to me, he was hating like the GCSE exams because he couldn't move. He having to be sat there for an hour. So having to be sat there for an hour was a real challenge for him because he was literally, all he wanted to do was move. Trying to sit still is hard if you've got something like that. I'm really quiet with it. Yeah. Not everyone is. If you get what I mean, not everybody is the same. So it's one of those. I had a kid in my school year we had a couple of kids in my school year that had ADHD. One of them always got in trouble. One of them always got in trouble, but he never did anything wrong. But one of them always got in. These two guys, they always got in trouble. One of them was because he just couldn't sit still. So his mind would wander, and then he'd go and do something like throw a glue stick up into the and get it stuck on a roof or something like that. Another guy in my class would just... Another guy in my class, because he had like ADHD and was hyperactive, they would but yeah, this guy, you would ignore him. That is actually, Egg, that's an interesting one. That is an interesting one. There was a guy in my school year that I mentioned. I never saw him get told off in PE because with like sports comes activity, movement. You don't have to sit still. So I think that's true. I gotta go. I'll be back in a minute, guys. I'll be back in a minute. I'm back. 7,311. Thank you. That's cool. I love football myself. I do love football, guys. I just can't. I just could never play it. I was stuck in goal, though. I was stuck in goal quite a lot. In school, I was stuck in goal. I like your stream. scroll for a lot of brain rot. Thank you. It's because it's generally live. I'm not going to be live for a minute, guys. I'm not going to move for a minute because I'm just eating these chips and steak. This chips and steak. Could you dive? I couldn't dive. I couldn't dive. I couldn't dive. That's the thing. I couldn't dive. So basically, I could save it. If a ball came at me from like 20 feet, from 20 yards, I could save it. But then, if you were like 2 foot away from me, I couldn't save it. I couldn't save a ball from 2 feet away from me because I'd lose track of where the ball was. But in PE classes in school, I was always stuck in goal or in defence. But I reckon that was a form of bullying because I was stuck in a place where I physically wasn't be able to do good. But as well, I was always stuck in defence. But when I was like 15, I was like 5'7". So of course, I'm not going to be able to defend, am I? I wasn't able to defend because I couldn't get to the ball. Hello, Pixel King. Welcome to the stream. Like literally, guys, I couldn't defend. I couldn't defend as a defender. I couldn't defend as a defender playing football in like PE classes. Because here's a funny story. Here's a funny sort of story. When I was in school, I was forced to go in defence. I was like 5'4". We had another guy in my class that was closer to 6'3", 4, 250 pounds, and they were playing up front. For the other half of the class, we'd split the class. The class was split up. And everybody else had pushed forward, so it was just basically the goalkeeper was behind me, but it was just me. I was in goal, but just gonna finish these chips off a second. So yeah, it was just me by myself, and we had a guy in my class that was. This is probably when I was about 34. This is probably when I was about 14. We had a guy in my class that was like 250 pounds. At least 250. Yeah, I wouldn't ask ChatGPT, Pixel King. ChatGPT can only tell you what it. Yeah, ChatGPT will answer the question based on. ChatGPT will never try and prove you wrong. It will always try and find an answer that benefits you. Yeah, asking ChatGPT is not a good idea if you get what I mean. Hello, MC Ben Remote. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, asking AI isn't exactly the sort of best thing to do. Just because of that. Because of AI not. Well, no, ChatGPT was telling me that some things weren't working. Yeah, ChatGPT can only tell you what it wants you to know. So it's like ChatGPT's got a search step beforehand. So you've got to hope that ChatGPT finds you a right answer because ChatGPT will search the web, and you're hoping it finds something correct. Because ChatGPT searches the web. But the web is not just good answers. But did he actually do it though, Pixel King? Because did he actually do it? Because not everything's true on YouTube. Not everything's true in context of YouTube. Not every video is real. So my friend did that. He tried to get a tutorial to a Five Nights at Freddy's free because he saw a YouTuber do it, and it turns out the YouTuber's video was actually fake. Are you real? I am real. I am real, guys. Very much real. So what was I talking about the story, guys? So yeah, I'm putting goal. So I'm putting goal. I'm putting goal, and the next thing I see is the person that they've got playing. The person the other half of the class has got playing striker is over a foot taller than me, so I'm probably like 5'4" at the time, 100 pounds. The person they've got up front is probably more like 6'4", 250 pounds. So I'm sat there like, I'm gonna have to go out, run out, and do the sweeper keeper, and run out and try and tackle it, get the ball. But if this goes wrong, I'm either conceded or I'm getting hurt. So for example, 140 pounds. For example, 150 pounds. That's like the equivalent of 11 stone. 150 pounds is the equivalent. 150 pounds is like the equivalent of 11 stone. Did you have it on autosave, Meg? Did you have it on autosave? That's one way of making it safe. Having it on autosave. So yeah, I'm either gonna get hurt or so I decide. So what do I decide to do? I decide to run in, see if I can get the ball first. I didn't. I ended up taking the 6'4", 250 pounds person out too. So I went straight through the ball. I put my foot through the ball, and I put my foot through him. Surprisingly, he didn't hurt himself. Yeah, I put my foot through both. In real life, that probably would have. In real life, that probably would have been a red card. In real life, that probably would have been a red card because I just went straight through some. I got the ball, but I went through someone afterwards. Never scored though, guys. I only scored once in my whole time in school. Very fun though. I love football. Guys, if any of you've ever... I walk on my toes a lot. I walk on my toes a lot, and my long muscle on the back of your leg, it's slightly shrunk up for me, and I can never walk flat foot when barefoot or stand or have flat foot. Oh yeah. Yeah, so what does everyone know about football? Well, playing it. But yeah, I love I love football. What's the funniest goal you guys have ever seen? So when I was in school, we had a kid in goal. He was a bit useless. No offense to the guy, but he was a bit useless. And he was standing there. And he was standing in goal. And this guy, the person that was on goal, was in goal, was a bit useless. Stood there stood there. And the goalkeeper at the other side boots the ball over, and let's just say it goes to the middle of the field, but it hits the foot of the guy spinning to see where the ball is and goes straight over the other goalkeeper's head. The other person in goal does not realise that he's actually standing in the net. He thinks the goal is 30 feet behind him. Ronaldo immediately leaves Portugal camp after red card. But Ronaldo, though, that was not good what he did the other night. Like, some people can say it was soft. It might have been soft. But he's still... Richarlison once... Richarlison, who used to play for Everton, he once got sent off because this guy goaded him, and he tilted his head he tilted his head, but he didn't actually headbutt him, but he tilted his head in a motion to make it look like he would. He got sent off for that because it's still threatening an opponent. Ronaldo still threatened an opponent. What Ronaldo did Thursday night was unprofessional. It's like when Everton were playing a couple of weeks ago. Everton were playing a match a couple of weeks ago, and an Everton player James Tarkowski plays for Everton, the player turned around and punched him and got away with it. Which is really bizarre. I'm just going to go take my plate downstairs. I'll be back in a minute. Right, I'm back, guys. I'm back. Welcome back. Sorry, I was just looking at something important. Joe is dead. No, I took a plate downstairs. And then I'm looking at a job. I'm looking at applying for a job. That I found one. I found a job application, guys. I found a job that would suit me. Working as a marketing content creator for a university. But for a local university, which it matches up with my it matches up with my skill set. All the sort of like camera equipment that you need to use and editing softwares I'm familiar with, so might as well. I'm gonna end the stream in a minute, guys. So I've been streaming for 2 hours. 400 of you have watched this stream. I want to thank every single one of you for watching the stream, and I will see you all in the next one. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I apply for this. You know, I've applied for multiple jobs recently. I need to find one, so thank you, everybody. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.